Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Jason Skills. I am back home, thank goodness. And I have survived a vaccine shot. AstraZeneca. Boom! That really put me out on my back. 2 days laid straight out. I'm talking bedridden. Maybe it's because I don't get flu vaccines like ever. So maybe, I'm out of practice for that kind of thing. But anyway, I'm going to make a ton of videos because while I was like kind of laid out, I had a bunch of ideas, and one of them I want to announce soon because I want to do an electronic series or streams. I think I'm going to be able to do it with Stunty. I'm hoping. We just got to work out some time scheduling things because he's like overseas, deep overseas in Sweden. It's like 6 hours ahead. Anyway, while I was away, I grabbed a box of old school stuff from the 90s, etc., childhood and beyond. Childhood being this guy here, the original Mario Brothers Duck Hunt. But yeah, thought I'd do a quick vid on some old school 90s rave flyers. I know some people have asked me to post them before on Instagram, etc., so I'll probably do that. I have this VHS case in here, which was awesome. Awesome video back in the day. Fight the Power, Public Enemy Live, but it's not the right video in there. So too bad on that. Got to keep looking, I guess, for my old video. I got the case, and there's a bunch of cassettes in here. Some of them marked off as trance. We got DJ Diz, who's from Chicago, spinning at in Halifax, 1997. Hip hop versus jungle. Some more jungle. A little bit of Cab Voltaire, Code album. Hip hop. Leaders of the New School at the time. That was like their second or third album. The Inner Mind's Eye, Time. This is, of course, the original hip hop group with Busta Rhymes. Leaders of the New School. Jungle, Breakbeat. Some stuff I taped off radio and rave mixtapes back in the day. This one actually says it's Randall at Fusion. I don't think that's drum bass. I think that's more of a prog house kind of DJ set. This is kind of neat in the whole cassette single case. It's actually got 6 songs on here. Freddie Fresh, Alter Ego, Hard Floor. It's a Heart House comp. Heart House label out of Germany. Big in the 90s. Out of Frankfurt, I think. So that's some tapes that are in here. Oh, this is kind of neat. Little thing. This almost looks like one of those little albums that you'd find in Chromium Dioxide's Adventures. This is, though, check out that logo. Plastic Man, aka Richie Houghton. Back when he was cool, back when he was bald. When he got the hair, it's all downhill there. Look at this, the little CD. Yeah, ever see that? Now you got to have a tray to play that on because you're not going to just slip that into a CD drive. 1996 Plastic Products Member CD. Found that in this box. Now let's get a little bit of techno tunes in the background. Cue the music. Now, most of these flyers are going to be from the 90s, from Montreal, because it's where I saw a lot of parties, a lot of events. Kicking off with this Channel 3. They were a big promoter back then. 1996. Got the Ninja Tune logo going on there. You know Ninja Tune. DJ Food. Cold Cut. Involved in this. Funky Porcini. Anybody who's into trip hop would know these names back in the 90s. What do you got here? This was called Realm. The Realm Party. October 28th, 1995. So I got to Montreal around the mid-90s. First party I ever went to was in 94, I believe. There. This is almost all Montreal lineup except for Dante from San Francisco, Rob Brown, Chris Brown. I don't know if they were related. I don't think they were. Chris Brown from LA, Rob Brown from Montreal. Tiga, back when he ran his record shop called DNA Records. Nav Binder, who I think later on moved to the West Coast. I think he ran the Bombay label, if I'm not mistaken. Carl Nadeau, aka Nad. That's the lineup on that one. I got some flyers in here that I played at as well. What do we got here? Oh, this is some trip hop stuff, I think. The Mad Professor, UK. Legendary Dub Master, Mad Professor, at the Cabaret Music Hall on Saint Laurent Boulevard. I think it's way up Saint Laurent. This is a party I did not go to because this is in Windsor. Sickness and Recovery apt. So check out the lineup. You got the Detroit legend Jeff Mills and Richie Houghton. And you got some John Acquaviva and Matthew Houghton as well in the other room. That's in Windsor. And this is some drum and bass represent party in Montreal. All Montreal lineup. Double A, Jordan Dare, Tiga, Twist. I guess Tiga. I don't think Tiga was playing drum and bass, but maybe. Doc Martin playing at Sona. That was a big after hours club. I was there for opening night. This club, they were picky on their entry policy, of course, but instead of having you line up, they'd line you up in a circle, and then the door guy would come out, all dressed up. This is like raver style, and they would pick out people in the circle that they want to let in first. The more dressed up you were, usually got in first. Eventually you got your way in, or if you knew people, right, get on the guest list. The hot thing back then was to be on the permanent guest list. If you get on a guest list one weekend, whatever, but if you knew people that worked in the club, you could get on the permanent guest list. Sounds funny now, doesn't it? But in your 20s, that was kind of a big thing. Here's a business card for Inbeat Records, Montreal. I think that's the original location too. 3443 Saint Laurent. Then they moved up to a larger space, but they originally were in above another store. This looks like some Goa trance party, 1995. Yeah, Goa chill. Interesting stuff. This is a great cover. I think I got this guy to design a mixtape for me before. Montreal guy. This is mostly a house lineup. Looks like Christian Farley, Tiga, Christian Pronovost, Luc Ramon. All Montreal legends, 1994. And we got this Celebration. Playground and Spectro, which was Eddie. Hardcore Crew. New Year's Eve Celebration. Okay, this is New Year's Eve 1995. Much before a worldwide pandemic would happen. You got multiple locations in Montreal, I guess. That's a Montreal building right there. I think there was a club at the top of that building. And this one you got Micah and Soul, DJ Pedro from Ottawa on the bottom there. Jason Jinx. Eddie Lewis. Yeah, just a bunch of all the places where you could get the tickets back then. Some of the logos. There was no internet really in this era of the 90s. Mostly you would go to parties and then you would get, at the end of the night, you get handed all these flyers for the next party. They'd also come to the university campus and hand out these flyers too. That's where I first found the first couple. Or you go to stores. This one is in Quebec City, I think. Yeah, Quebec City party, Super 8. A lot of them have tape markings because I used to have them on my wall. Nav, Double A again, Krista, Nick B, Tiga, Gang. I mean, there was literally a party every week. Actually, sometimes 2 parties a week, raves, full on. And then there were also clubs as well that you go to. And Montreal, the clubs are open 1 extra hour compared to the rest of Canada. They're open till 3. What's we got in here? Anything else that's... I know what I'm looking for, but I haven't found it yet in any of these boxes. Oh man, digging deep in here. This is Central. I think this was a club, or like the current playground. Yeah, this is all Montreal lineup. Now, this was the Fractal guys. They did sort of some hard stomping, almost Gabber-esque techno. And here they got the Acid Junkies. This is a Djax party. Miss Djax herself and Robert de la Gautier from Montreal, but here Germany, Holland. Mini Mono and Mateo also on that list. Substance 94. What's we got? I think this is 1994 too. This is at the Foufou Electrique, which is a club. It's a bar club in Montreal. I think it's gone now, but it was well known for punk shows, live concerts, all kinds of stuff, and the occasional rave. So you got Adam X from New York City. He's back again these days doing some pretty hard industrial techno. On the back, Robert de la Gautier. Just some great fun posters. Get you in the mood for fun time, party time, right? Looks like Plastic Man coming in here. April 1995. Voyager 2 in the Brooklyn Anchorage. So this is in the Brooklyn Bridge. Plastic Man set with some of the other gang. And that's really peak time for Plastic Man. Had a couple of great albums in there. Oh yeah, I should also say I'm planning to do a full-on top 50 albums of 1990s. I got inspired from a bunch of you guys to do that. Oh, this one here, this party's got Hard Floor on it. David Holmes from the UK, David Price, Technostep. There's a Techno Brat in Ottawa, but this is Technostep. It's a Channel production again. DNA Record Store, this is their flyer. Back when they were on 28 Pine Avenue. These guys were next door to a little tiny office called Vice. Vice Magazine used to be a free newspaper in Montreal, and now Vice, of course, is it's a channel, TV channel, whatever. This is at Sona again. Different rooms. There were 3 rooms there. The lounge, I guess the bar, and the after hours. They open at different times. Go. This was a big party. I don't think it was going to open though. It's not going to go. Horizons. This was a huge drum and bass jungle party at the time in 95. RTJ Bookham plus Diz, house guy from Chicago. Bunch of Montreal legendary DJs opening up. Some of those DJs would play at clubs in town as well. They weren't just at the raves. July 22nd. This is a huge party, I think. I think this was like one of the biggest ones I had went to at the time. Of course, a lot of these parties, they didn't list the address or anything. You had to phone a number, and then you get the address the night of, the day before. Even though they were pretty legal at this point. I think this one was actually at the Palais de Congrès, which is a huge convention center near Old Montreal, sort of Centerville, downtown. and Old Montreal at the crossroads. And yeah, big lineup. Spooky from New York, Diggs and Woosh from Wax Records in the UK, John Moore of Ninja Tune Cold Cut UK, Diggs and Woosh from UK, Richard Gray Plink Plonk UK, Imagery Bliss Keenan from Detroit and Toronto. Yeah, this is the big lineup right there. And that was one of the rave lines right there. Now check out the afterwards. You're going to have a certain Chicago DJ there, famous, named Derek Carter, doing some of the after party for this back in the 90s. This is a pre-flyer for one that I played. Jason Skills, Nonsense, Zooted. This was in July 29th, 1995 in Halifax. Got the info line there too. I put that one up. That's kind of cool. I have the actual flyer too. That was the pre-flyer. And I made, yeah, this is the actual flyer for Zooted. State of Mind, 1995. And, oh man. Like a headlining. Jason Skills from Moncton, Montreal. Nonsense, of course, still active in Halifax. And the other guys from Halifax, too. It was a big, cool party downtown Halifax. It's the go when they still can't open. And this one, 1995. BAM, as in Africa Bambaataa. So Africa Bambaataa and DJ in Montreal. DJ set. It was in a fairly small club, as I remember. That's just some crazy. Gotta have some. Oh, sorry, upside down. Strawberry Fields. Enigma presents Strawberry Fields. It was the 90s, right?